Thank you, Professor Nag. Just request you for my patience as a last speaker. Give me a couple of more minutes.
We have good discussions.
Okay. Nevertheless, I'll try to be. Actually, the topic is so vast that I keep on speaking for hours together, but let me try to finish as it is possible. Well, can I have a presentation? As we moved last 5 decades, the education has changed tremendously. And especially in the last 15, 20 years with the IT revolution. In fact, the technology changes faster than the semester, as a result of which we are at the crossroad where we don't know. We have too many ways to go without any signage, and we are at the confused state. Technology is certainly an enabling tool which makes us to be more efficient, more effective, and we also increase our reach. The campus infrastructure is not only the physical boundaries, it consists of manpower, the faculty, student, staff, of course, the physical infrastructures, building lab, classrooms, hostels, housings, other technological tools embedded into the system, ICT, network, video conferencing, teaching, learning, platforms, liberal art, innovative learning environment, open courseware, and so on. Emerging concepts in terms of meta-university concept of virtual classrooms. Mobility is another part of the education which makes us globalized. Industry linkages and social connectivity. Now, as far as the manpower is concerned, in fact, in this conference, it has been talked about that the most challenging task that we are facing is the faculty shortage. You all know that faculty don't come from the treetop. It takes decades for someone to become an effective teacher. A good teacher, which we consider or we need to have to face the challenge of the higher education, must be characterized by 6 C's: the competence, creativity, confidence, caring, collaborations, and communication. And let me share with you that just recently in our university, we finished the faculty appointments, 1,800 biodatas, and we could select only 17. Now, without any aspersion, let me tell you that even though the paper qualification of the people makes you to call them for the interview, but when we face the selection committee, I'm sorry to say that the quality of PhDs, the quality of teachers that is available, or most of them are not employable. Anyway, most of the university campuses are ICT enabled these days. They're equipped with internet, broadband connectivity, with the emergence of the National Knowledge Network, as Pankaj was telling that 1 Gbps connectivity is available, but then intranet failed sometime. Online access to journal, books, periodicals, they're all based on the technology. The learning management system, which really makes the campus more efficient, is also coming up. Then asynchronous and asynchronous local and remote using whiteboard, internet, signage exhibitions. Teaching learning environment, the emergence models of technology-enhanced learning environment, built learning environment, ICT support, interdependent with ICT and audiovisuals educational technologies, new innovations where alignment of the physical space with the educational technologies, learning spaces to match with the interconnected virtual world. Here is just a view of how the learning commons showing transparency throughout the building. In fact, if you nowadays enter into any modern smart campus, you see that a lot of space which looks unutilized, but that is basically the physical space which is created, which says that is the learning commons. This is a 3D view of one of the informal learning areas which has a collaborative learning areas, research students, gallery, cafeteria, and everything together blended. And people, they say that that if too much of freedom of space available, there's a less interaction, so people-to-people learning is less. Now, this is the learning collaborative classroom, where you can see that, of course, this is also technology-enabled, but people are learning much more in an informal environment rather than eighth-grade classrooms. Well, I will skip this. Now, virtual classroom supplementation. The interactive multimedia modules may be used to simulate a real classroom environment on internet-connected computers. The delivery of a virtual classroom on public internet with the help of streaming technology is something which is really a reality now. Delivering audio-video clips and other digital media files such as text, image, animation, real-time to online users, and concept of a student lounge, informal and student progress records. Now, here is one of the TEAL models of MIT, which has been very successfully utilized in Australia and many European countries. This is perhaps one of the things that many universities are going to follow. Now, emergence of meta-university that we talked about, and even Prime Minister has mentioned that India must have a meta-university system in order to make students learn more effectively by even offering the courses not delivered in their own campus, but elsewhere, especially to utilize flexibility in designing their curriculum and pursuing subjects and combinations of their choice. Meta-University will promote collaborative and multidisciplinary learning using National Knowledge Network in our country, and the availability of open courseware and emergence of open access movement in higher education is the key for emergence of Meta-University. Now, other thing that I wanted to touch upon, a couple of slides on liberal art approach to education. In fact, this is where is also the forte of APJ Satya University. Any institution which has an ethos and tradition that places a greater value of developing a set of intellectual arts in addition to developing professional or vocational skill. And in fact, a liberal art education is centered on an environment of transformation. Transformation is key, which actually effectively addressed under liberal arts system. Liberal art education fosters an environment of cross-disciplinary learning, encourages students to synthesize informal from multiple sources, makes them comfortable with many possible solutions to a problem, and students learn to embrace ambiguity, to be creative, curious, and to critically question what is taken for granted as a truth. Students find opportunity to challenge themselves, and they begin to take ownership and pride in the world they live in. In fact, way back, Albert Einstein said, the value of an education in a liberal art college is not the learning of many facts, but the training of the minds to think something that cannot be learned from textbooks. But the hallmark of liberal art education, which in fact is focused in many of the Western countries, they say that it helps people work independently, follow complex approach to thinking and learning, proficiency in written and verbal communication skills, ability to solve complex problems, work well with others, and adopt better in a changing workplace. And upon graduation, if somebody going through this liberal arts, like we have 11 tracks of liberal art in our university, which is compulsory at undergraduate level, more reflective about their benefits and choices, more self-conscious and aware of their personal values, more creative in their problem solving, more perceptive in the world around them, and more able to inform themselves about the issues that arise in their lives. Then the learning management system, I'll skip this. In fact, we are Moodle-based, but there are a number of such open source learning management systems like Moodle, Docos, Caroline, ATutor, and so on are available. And LMS, that is the learning management system, is about $1.2 billion market, made up of more than 60 different providers, and there are about 300 LMS portals available for educational institutions to follow. In fact, I will. So I'll conclude with it is emphasized that the technology-enabled smart campuses offer several innovative ways for developing effective teaching learning modules in order to turn out well-rounded professionals for our knowledge society. Thank you.